It should be live. Yes.
Awesome. Yes.
Yay!
Awesome. Thank you, Heather. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming to Saturday morning yoga flow. Um, Today is going to be another vinyasa-like flow with lots of stretching and strengthening practices. We're going to go ahead and get started in a nice, easy seated pose in the center of the mat. Just coming to place both sit bones nice and even on the ground, taking a deep inhale as you lengthen through the spine, bringing the crown of the head nice and tall. As you exhale, maybe allow the eyes to soften or close, feeling yourself relax and ground here in this present moment. Connecting with the breath, taking another nice deep inhale, filling the belly up, filling the lungs. And as you exhale, a nice slow exhale, just allow the tension to release from the face. Again, taking another deep inhale. And slow exhale out. Being mindful of your palms, whether they're facing down or up, and just noticing the sensations on your hands and palms. Maybe if you feel any warmth, another deep inhale. And slow exhale. We're just going to gently push our feet away from us, bringing the bottoms of them together, coming into a little diamond shape with the legs. Here, we're just going to allow the body to gently fold over the legs. If you'd like, you can take your arms kind of underneath the calf and then around to grab the outside of the feet. Just taking a nice deep breath, maybe lengthening through the spine a bit more. And exhale, release into the fold a little bit deeper. Another deep breath, pulling through the crown of the head. And exhale, once again, just feel like yourself relax, maybe especially through the hips. We're going to inhale, come back up into a seated position. Just tuck in one leg towards you as we plant the bottom of the other foot down in front of you, knee pointing up. We're just going to take our right elbow, opposite elbow outside of the bent knee. You could take it outside of the knee, or you can just hug the knee in as we just gently turn the chest open and gaze over the shoulder. Coming back through center, we're just going to grab this bottom foot and start to extend the leg straight. So you can kind of add some movement, bending and straightening here, just to take it nice and easy. Maybe straightening the whole way out if it feels comfortable. No worries if you can't. We're just going to move it side to side here, left to right. We're going to gently place the extended leg down in front of us as we release into a half butterfly, folding over the extended leg, inhaling, lengthening through the spine, and exhale, releasing. Inhaling back up. We're just going to take opposite side. So bend in that straight leg and plant the other foot down with the knee up. And then taking the opposite arm, hugging it either around the knee or taking the opposite elbow outside the knee. We're just going to gently take a twist, opening the chest, bringing the gaze all the way over the shoulder, really keeping a straight back. Releasing and coming forward here, we'll grab the foot and just start to gently extend the leg, bending and extending, bending and extending. Perfect. Either keeping it gently bent or straightening it all the way. We'll just move the leg side to side here. Taking an inhale, we'll exhale, release this extended leg gently out in front of us and release over the leg into a half butterfly. Taking a nice deep inhale here and exhale, release. Inhaling all the way back up. We're just going to open our legs out wide now. So kind of opening it out into a little dragonfly position here, the knees and toes pointing up, maybe keeping those toes flexed. We'll inhale, reach the arms overhead. On the exhale, the right hand is going to reach for the left toes. And a nice lateral stretch, making sure to stack the shoulders and gaze up here. Inhale, bringing it back up through center. Exhale, left arm reaches for the right toes. Gaze up. Inhale, back through center. We're going to do it one more each side. Exhale, release over to the left. Inhale, reach it back up. And exhale, left arm reaches over to the right. Inhaling back up. We're just gonna gently exhale, allow our chest to fold forward. Maybe you already feel a sensation without the fold, that's okay. Just try to keep a straight spine and fold with the whole chest and body, not just with the upper head and chest. So releasing into the center, taking a nice deep inhale. On the exhale, feel yourself relax through the hips. We'll inhale, push our way back up into seated, bending the knees, planting the feet in front of us. We're just going to plant our hands right on our knees. Exhale, we'll round out the spine, pulling our chin towards our chest. On the inhale, we'll fill the chest up with air as we pull it open, gaze up, shoulder blades squeezing together. On the exhale, release all of the air as you round through the back. Pull the shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, pull up and open our seated cat-cows here. Exhale, release it all. And then inhale, open the chest, gaze up. Releasing the seat, we're just going to come into a tabletop position here. Coming to stack our wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're just going to first focus on our head, starting to roll the neck down and around. If you'd like, you could take it all the way up and over, or you could just keep the chin tugging towards the chest, moving ear, shoulder to shoulder. Perfect. From here, bring the head back through center. We're going to move into the shoulders, just kind of rounding those shoulders, pressing into them, pressing them away from each other. Perfect. Just whatever movement feels good here. Bring the shoulders back through center. We're just going to start to move the hips around in one direction. And then the other direction, just round those hips, kind of move them in a little circle. Perfect. We're going to come back through center here. Maybe just walk your hands a little bit forward, tuck in the back toes. We're going to push our hips back and lift our knees up, keeping the knees slightly bent. We're in a down dog. Exhale the air out. On the inhale, we'll replace the knees down. Inhale, gaze up, open the chest. Exhale, release the chest back, pick up the hips and the knees into a downward dog with bent knees. Inhale, release the knees down into tabletop, open the chest, gaze up. Once more, exhale, release the chest back. Let's pick up the heels and knees in a down dog. Inhale, place the knees down, in, gaze up, open the chest. From here, we're going to exhale, bend the elbows, place the chest on the ground and the chin. And then release the stomach all the way on the ground, planting the hands right under the shoulders. We're going to inhale, do a baby cobra, drawing those shoulder blades together. And then see if you'd like to just gently extend the elbows, really squeeze the glutes here to protect the lower back, opening with that chest forward. And really pressing into the mat with the tops of the feet here. We're coming into a full cobra, taking a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, we'll lift the hips, keeping the knees bent. We're just going to shift our hips back onto our heels into child's pose. Maybe opening the knees a little extra wide to get into the hips a bit more. Extending those fingertips forward, just take a nice deep breath and release the body here. Planting the hands in front of us, maybe bringing the knees back together a little bit if you drew them apart. Tucking the back toes. We're just going to lift the hips here, straighten the knees as we come into our downward facing dog. Allowing yourself to pedal out your dog. Add any movement if you'd like to add any movements. Really lifting those hips high. Your chest is drawing back towards your legs. The head is releasing away from the shoulders here. Taking a nice deep breath, fill the belly. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. We're going to go ahead and walk our feet towards our hands just to prepare for our first vinyasa of the day. Exhale, releasing the body into a fold. And inhale, rounding through the spine all the way up to standing, arms overhead, reach it high. Exhale, release your hands by your side. We'll go ahead, take our first vinyasa flow. Inhale, arms overhead. Really feel your feet nice and grounded here. Exhale, we'll fold from the hips, forward fold. Feel free to bend the knees if you're still feeling tight. Inhale, we'll straighten through the spine, halfway lengthening. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back into a plank. Inhale, lengthen through the heels, lengthen through the head. Exhale, lower down, either replacing the knees or a chaturanga push-up, elbows tucking into the side. Inhale, we'll open the chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, push the hips back into our downward facing dog. Making sure your hands are nice and spread apart and shoulder distance. We're just going to take our right leg, inhale, reach it up into a three-legged dog, squaring those hips down to the ground. On the exhale, we'll bend the knee, crossing it over the body and bringing it to the opposite elbow. From here, we're going to straighten the leg, flexing the foot, and we're going to peel open the body, pivoting the back toe to face alongside. We're in a fallen star here, reaching up with our left hand. We're going to exhale, square the body out towards the ground, replace the hand down. We're going to open to the other side now, so it's going to be a little bit challenging. No worries if it's not comfortable, you can stay center. Keeping the left hand planted here, we're going to open the right up to the sky. Exhale, release the hand down, and we're going to sweep the right leg all the way back into a three-legged dog. Taking an inhale and exhale, bending the knee. We're going to pull that knee in towards our chest, bringing it center, and plant the foot in between the hands, dropping the back knee. We'll inhale, reach it up nice and high into a low lunge. You can place the hand on the knee here. We're just going to gently floss our hips by kind of stacking the left hip on top of the left knee, bringing the hips back, and then bringing the hips all the way forward into the low lunge. So kind of just bringing the hips back, tucking the chin in towards the chest. Exhale, release the hips all the way down, open the chest. Bringing it back, opening all the way. One more, just bring it back. And sink those hips as low as you can, open the chest. Releasing the hands to frame the foot. We're going to push the hips all the way back and straighten through the right leg, flexing the toes. Inhale, and then tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Like we're in a pyramid, we're really going to plant the hands here and try to come up high onto those back toes as we sweep the right leg all the way back into our three-legged dog. Taking an inhale, and then we're going to exhale, bring the knee to the right elbow this time, the same elbow. And here we're just release right into our pigeon, just dropping that knee towards the right hand, keeping that right foot in towards your left hip. We'll really try to square the hips down so you can make sure by making sure that the back of the knee is pointing down in the back. We'll just square the hips here. Inhale, maybe do a gentle back bend. And if you'd like to make it a little bit more intense, you can always draw this right foot away from your hip, bringing the shin more parallel to the top of the mat. Or if you'd like, you can just release as is, bringing the chest down to the ground. Inhale, pull forward with the crown of the head, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, release. We'll inhale, push ourselves back up, plant the hands. We're gonna press into the hands as we lift and just plant this knee right under our hips and extend off in the left leg back, lifting the back leg. Bringing our hands right under our shoulders into a tabletop. Finding your center here, finding your balance with your legs. Whenever you're ready, if you can, extend the right hand out. So opposite arm, opposite leg. And if it feels comfortable, maybe bending that back left foot and seeing if your right hand can grab the ankle And press that foot into the hand as you open up, maybe even gaze up into our tiger pose. Releasing hand and foot here. Release the hand down. We're going to bend this back knee, cross it outside of the other knee. We're going to open the feet away from each other and sit our hips all the way back into a shoelace pose. If you need to readjust yourself, you can just try to get both sit bones even on the ground here. We're going to release the chest over the knees. Bringing the hands back in front of you. We'll lift the hips back up. And then we're going to undo the legs. So that back cross left leg is just going to straighten all the way back out. And the bottom leg is back in a tabletop position. From here, we're just going to drop this back leg. And we're going to peel open with the chest, the left arm up. So we're kind of in a side plank variation here with the right knee down. Reach the left arm over, breathing into the side body. From here, we're going to put our weight into our right hands and left foot as we extend straight through that right leg, that bottom right leg. We're in a side plank here. And one last thing we're going to try to do is take that left top foot, place it behind the other knee. Inhale, lift the hips, open the chest into a little wild thing. Inhale and exhale. We're going to plant both hands down, coming into our plank position. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we'll lower to the ground. Inhale, open up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. Take a nice deep cleansing breath here. You can always feel free to drop to a child's pose at any point throughout the practice if you're needing a little bit of an extra rest. We're going to take it to the other side here. So we're going to inhale, reach this left leg up into our three-legged dog. We're going to exhale, bend the knee and pull it to the opposite elbow. The right elbow. From here, we'll straighten the left leg, flexing those toes, squaring the hips down. Then we're going to open the hips, opening up with the right arm, pivoting on that back foot into our fallen star. Pivoting down to square out to the mat again, both hands plants. We're going to try to open to the other side now if you can. Take the left arm, peel it up to the sky. Gaze up. Returning the hand down, we're going to sweep this right leg all the way back into our three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, hug that knee in towards the center now, in towards your chest. Plant the foot, drop the back knee. We're going to inhale, reach it up into our low lunge. From here, you can plant the hands right on top of the knee. We're just going to shift the hips back, tuck the chin towards the chest, and then release the hips all the way forward, open the chest. Push back and release forward. So just adding a little movement here, pushing back, releasing forward with the hips, pushing a little slightly back. And once more, releasing all the way down with the hips. Our hands will come to frame the foot as we push the hips now all the way back, straightening through that left leg, flexing the left toes. Inhale. We'll tuck the back toes, straighten through this back leg. And then we're going to come up high onto that back toes, the back toes, as we sweep the left leg all the way back up into our three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. This time we bend the knee and take it to the same elbow. And this time we'll drop the knee, drop the hips down into our pigeon pose. Feel free to adjust as much as you'd like here. Just really making sure those hips are square down. We'll inhale, open the chest. And exhale, release the body forward if it feels okay for you. Inhale, draw forward with the head lengthening through the spine. Exhale, feel yourself relax. We're gonna inhale, lift the chest, plant the hands in front of you as you lift up the hips and just take this knee right into a tabletop position, this left knee. It's gonna come right under your hip. And this back right leg, we're gonna lift it up, planting the hands right under the shoulders. And whenever you're ready, seeing if you can extend the left arm in front of you. You can stay here just balancing, or if it feels okay, bending that back right leg, reaching with the hand to grab the ankle, kicking that foot into the hand as you open the chest into our tiger pose. From here, we're gonna release the hand down. That right bent knee is gonna cross outside of the other knee. We're gonna open our feet away from each other as we sit the hips all the way back. Coming into a shoelace pose here, where we release the chest over the legs. A deep breath. We're gonna come forward with the hands, lift the hips, keeping that bottom left knee planted and extending straight through that back right leg. We'll go ahead and pivot and plant that right foot down as the right arm reaches up. And overhead, breathe nice and deep into the side body. From here, we're going to go ahead and extend straight through that bottom left leg, coming into a side plank. This top right leg will plant behind the left knee. And then we're just going to inhale, lift the hips up. Allow the chest to open here in a gentle back bend. And really reach forward with those right hands. Inhale deep into the belly. And then we'll exhale, return the hand down, coming into our plank position. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Amazing. Taking a nice deep breath here. We're gonna go ahead, lift the heels, bend the knees, step, or you can even do a little float to the top of the mat. Bending the knees generously here, releasing all the way into a dangling fold, grabbing opposite elbows. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Releasing elbows, we'll inhale, straighten through the knees, straighten through the back, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. See if you can bring that chest a little bit closer to the knees. And then we'll inhale, round our spine all the way up into a standing position, arms overhead. And exhale, release hands to heart center by your side. Wonderful. We're going to go into a little bit of a balancing pose here. So shifting our weight onto our left foot, we're going to inhale, pick up our right knee. If you can, just stay here. If you can, grab the foot, grab the toes. Go ahead and grab it and extend the knee straight out in front of you. We're going to go no hands here. So release the straight extended legs, hands on the hips. Hold the foot out in front of you. Hold for 3, 2, 1. We're going to sweep the leg all the way back behind us, plant the hands in front of us. So we're coming into a warrior 3 variation with planted hands, extending straight through the spine here. Keeping the left hand planted and opening the hips, stacking them on top of each other. Flexing through those back toes, we're going to try to reach the right hand up to the sky as we come into our half moon. Shoulders stacked, hips stacked. And if you can gaze up, I'm going to keep my gaze down. From here, we'll bend through the standing leg and drop that right back leg. We're going to come into a warrior 2 pose here. Your arms are parallel to the ground and you're sinking nice and deep into this front knee 90 degrees. Holding here for a breath. Inhale. And exhale, go a little bit deeper. On the next inhale, we'll pivot the back. We're going to pivot the back toes and face all the way forward into a high lunge. From here, we're going to straighten through the front knee. And then we'll go ahead and bend both knees down. Straighten through both knees. Bend both knees down. Straighten through both knees. Bend both knees down. Straighten through both knees. And then exhale, release the chest over the extended left leg. Squaring those hips out, really drawing that right hip forward, left hip back. From here, we'll bend through this front knee and cartwheel the arms. The left arm is reaching back towards that right leg as the right arm reaches up towards the sky. From here, we'll take our right elbow and bring it outside of the right knee. Take our left hand in prayer here. We're in a twisted high lunge. Gaze up. Gazing down towards your toes here, we'll take the back foot and just jump it to meet the other leg, keeping both knees bent into a twisted chair pose. We'll undo the twist. Inhale, straightening the arms, coming into a chair. Keep those hips low, chest open. And then we'll exhale, straighten through the legs, release the chest down into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rounding all the way up to standing arms overhead. And exhale, release. We're going to take this on to the other side here. So we'll go ahead and inhale, bend this left knee in towards the chest. If you can, go ahead and straighten this leg out in front of you, grabbing the foot, grabbing the toes. And then we're going to go no hands, holding the leg out in front of us for 3, 2, 1. Sweep that leg behind you into a warrior 3, squaring the hips down, planting the hands under the shoulders. Perfect, just finding your alignment in this warrior 3 variation, straightening that bottom leg. We're going to transition into our half moon, planting the right hand right underneath the shoulder as we come to stack our hips. And gently open the chest out to the side as the left fingertips reach all the way up. Shoulders in line with each other. From here, we're going to bend that standing leg. Plant the left foot down as we come into our warrior 2. Sinking really nice and low through that front knee. Readjust yourself if you need to. We're going to try to think about keeping the pelvis tucked here, not sticking the butt out. Nice and low. Taking a nice deep inhale. And exhale, go a little bit deeper. We'll inhale, pivot on the back foot, coming to face forward, squaring the hips forward into our high lunge. We're gonna straighten through the front knee. And from here, we're gonna bend both knees and straighten both knees. Bend both knees, straighten both knees. Bend both knees, straighten both knees. Inhale, extending through the spine. We'll fold over the extended leg. Squaring those hips out. From here, we're gonna bend into that front leg, sweep the arms so the right hand is coming back to the left leg. That left arm reaches up to the sky. A twisted crescent lunge here. We're gonna come into prayer hands by taking that left elbow outside of the right knee and bringing the other hand to meet that one elbow, pointing up, gaze up. Gazing down here, we'll go ahead and jump this back left foot to meet the other foot, keeping our hips down low in our chair pose. Untwisting the chair here, we'll reach up. Inhale. And exhale, straighten through the legs, releasing into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. We'll go ahead, bend through the knees a little bit as we round our spine all the way up to standing, arms overhead. And exhale, release. Arms by your side or hands at prayer center, heart center. Perfect. We'll go ahead and start slowing down from here. We're going to just open our feet out wide, pointing our toes out 45 degrees. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, bend the knees, release the hips as far down as you can into our yogic squats. One of my favorite postures I always practice. Pushing those knees away from each other, lengthening through the spine. Inhale. And exhale, we'll release the hips down. And we're just gonna round our spine all the way down to lie down. Hugging the knees into the chest. Just give yourself a little rock side to side. If you'd like to add a little movement with the knees, rolling them one way, rolling them another. We're gonna extend straight through the right leg, hugging this left knee into the chest. Inhale, we're just gonna pull our forehead to the knee. Exhale, release the head down. We're gonna straighten through this left leg and pull it as close to us as we can. Feel free to keep a generous bend in the knee if you'd like. So just drawing that foot in towards your face. And then we'll just gently open this left leg all the way out to the left side. Trying to keep both hips on the ground, both shoulders on the ground. If you'd like a little extra stretch, not only just drop that foot to the side, but also pull it up towards your left head ear. Perfect. We're gonna inhale, come back through center with the leg. And we're gonna take a twist here, crossing the leg over the body. If you'd like an extra stretch, keep that leg straight as you twist. Or you could take a variation here, bending whatever knees you'd like. We're just gonna open our arms out, gaze over to the left here. Think about keeping both shoulders planted. Breathing nice and deep into the belly. We'll go ahead and come back through center. Just release the left leg straight down. We're gonna hug the right knee into the chest, pulling it in. Inhale, draw the forehead to meet the knee. Exhale, release down. And extend straight through the right leg. And just go ahead and pull it as close to your head as you can. Keeping the knee bent or straight. On the next exhale, we're just gonna go ahead and open this leg out to the side. Maybe still pulling it up towards your head for a little extra stretch. Trying to keep both sit bones on the ground. We'll go ahead and inhale, bring the leg through center and cross it all the way over into a deep spinal twist here. Keeping the leg stretched straight if you'd like a bit more sensation through that IT band. Just taking nice deep breaths into the belly. We're gonna inhale, come back through center, and just take our final postures here before Shavasana, our plow pose slash shoulder stand. So what we're gonna do is just lengthen our spine onto the ground here. We're just gonna gently lift the hips and catch our hands on our lower back. From here, you can keep the back nice and rounded as you just kind of bring the knees overhead. This is our plow pose here. Just bringing those knees over your head, rounding through the spine. Trying to make sure that we don't move our head side to side in this position. It's very important for the neck. We're gonna go ahead straighten through the spine if you can, keeping those hands on your back. We'll go ahead straighten through the legs, coming into a nice shoulder stand, reaching those toes as high as you can, up, up, up to the sky. Perfect. Drawing the shoulder blades close together. We're just gonna gently release here, bending the knees and gently walking the hands back down the back. And we're gonna release vertebrae by vertebrae, our spine all the way down onto the mat. Use your hands to help you here. Once you release your lower back, your hands are gonna come right under your sit bones. We're gonna counter our pose with a fish pose. Once we bring our legs all the way down, we'll press into the forearms, press into the elbows as we pull our chest up to the sky. Gaze back with the head. Inhaling, opening the chest. And exhale, we're gonna release the head down. Release the arms by your side, palms facing up. We're coming into our final resting posture, Shavasana. So feel free to take up space here. Allow yourself to be really nice and relaxed. Taking a nice deep inhale, fill the body with air, with oxygen, and a nice slow exhale as you release all the air out. Releasing any tension out of the face, out of your body. Just welcoming yourself to come into a state of complete relaxation here. No effort with the breath, no effort with your thoughts, just relax your mind. Letting yourself just be. I encourage you to stay longer in the Shavasana state of relaxation. I'm going to go ahead and start guiding us out, ending the practice here. Just starting with a nice deep breath into the belly, working that breath up into the ribs, into the chest, filling the body with air, holding that breath in if you can. And whenever you're ready, just gently releasing the air out, allowing the chest to fall, the ribs and the tummy to fall. Wiggling the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Inhale, stretching the body nice and long. And rolling onto either side body before pushing your way gently back up at your own pace into an easy seated pose. Perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and close off the practice with one last breath here. Inhaling, arms overhead. And exhaling, hands to heart center, just bowing to yourself, thanking yourself for all that you've done today. It was such an honor and pleasure to be flowing with you, and I really hope to do it again. I'll see you next week. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Have an amazing day. Thank you, Ariel. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you practicing with us. Thank you. Thank you.